despite having submitted the 1MDB accounts, two major subsidiaries under 1MDB have not submitted their accounts since 2013, March 2013, okay, until today. And these two key subsidiaries, number one is 1MDB Energy, Langat Sdn Bhd, and number two is 1MDB Real Estate Sdn Bhd. Now, if these two companies are small companies, they don't have much money in there, doesn't matter, because it doesn't affect the major accounts. But these are two huge subsidiaries. As I explained in the statement, 1MDB Energy Langat is about to be part of the energy subsidiary to be listed in the stock exchange. It has been postponed twice, the listing, but it's about to be listed, and yet the accounts are not ready. Okay, the last submission was in 21st of September 2012, 2 years ago. Sampai hari ini, no new submission. They have about 2.8 billion ringgit loan with collaterals pledged to Affin Bank, Affin Investment Bank. Okay, this account is crucial because in the parent account, 1MDB, submitted earlier this year in April, it was shown in the accounts that there was an impairment, writing off of goodwill, that means asset value, of 1.2 billion ringgit from their acquisition of 10.9 billion ringgit. Essentially means that they overpaid for their acquisition, okay, by 1.2 billion ringgit at least. And we want to find out why, which subsidiary, what unit is overpaid. We cannot find out unless we have the accounts for 1MDB Energy Langat, and we don't have that. Okay. Number two, 1MDB Real Estate. Now, 1MDB Real Estate last filed their accounts in 28th of December 2012, again for the financial year ending March 2012. Last year, no accounts. They owe even more money. They owe 5.9 billion ringgit with collaterals pledged to M Bank and M Investment Bank Berhad. Okay, in the parent company, 1MDB's accounts, they made a profit 778 million ringgit. But they made a profit of 778 million ringgit because they had a property revaluation of 2.7 billion ringgit. So their real assets got revalued upwards by 77% within 1 year from 3.5 billion ringgit the previous year. So suddenly the property values in 1MDB went up a lot. We don't know why. Okay, and this contributed to the profits made in 1MDB. But we cannot find out why, because the subsidiary account in charge of properties is never filed till today. Hence, Malaysians, there's no way for Malaysians to discover the secret behind the magical revaluation, because the wholly owned subsidiaries holding these assets, 1MDB Real Estate Sdn Bhd, has not filed their accounts for the past 18 months. The sheer lack of governance, transparency and accountability from the wholly owned government corporation chaired by the Prime Minister himself is both shocking and disgraceful. Such scandalous behaviour certainly serves a terrible example for all other government agencies. It is hence barely surprising that the Auditor General reports consistently highlights wastages, negligence, abuse of power and even corruption in the government departments and companies. 1MDB's sheer contempt for rules and regulations set to govern accountability in the country reinforces the need for Datuk Sri Najib Razak to address the massive elephant in the room, which has accumulated debts in excess of 36 billion on the back of government's explicit and implicit guarantees, which means that basically the parent company 1MDB today has a total debt of more than 36 billion ringgit. Okay, so all the more because of the lack of accountability, the Prime Minister must address these issues in the upcoming budget speech. Okay, the size of the debts coupled with the lack of transparency and good governance points to an extremely high risk of financial collapse, not only in 1MDB, because if 1MDB collapses, the entire Malaysian financial system collapses. It is time for Datuk Sri Najib to walk the talk on prudence in financial management. Otherwise, 1MDB's misadventures will surely cast a deep and dark shadow over any possible good news announced by Datuk Sri Najib on Budget Day, which is tomorrow.